Hello YouTube, it's the Shadow King, King Nazru, here with a review of Rosario Vampire 2, Chapter 10. The chapter starts off with a flashback showing Mizore as a child, giving a flower called well, fancy that. It's called a Shirayuki. And it turns out that the translation for the word Shirayuki means Snow White. So, Mizore's last name in English is Snow White. Oh, there's so many Disney jokes I could do, but I don't have time for that right now. Anyway, Mizore asks the boy she's with to collect the flowers with her on her 17th birthday. Because according to her, the flower will bind them together in love. However, the boy rejects her because he fears her being a monster. Wow, that kind of killed the joking mood there. That's actually kind of sad. Well, I'm sure there probably won't be any more tragic moments in this chapter. Anyway, Mizore wakes up and wonders why she is dreaming about her sad childhood. And then she receives a letter from her mother, Sarara Shirayuki, telling her that they're going to celebrate her 17th birthday, which, according to the Snow Woman, is a coming-of-age moment. At the school, it's strangely, the weather has surprisingly changed, which is not supposed to happen at Yokai Academy because of the Great Barrier. But the heat has risen up from autumn level to up to 41 degrees Celsius. I have no idea what that's equivalent to Fahrenheit, so but don't anybody tell me in the comment section because I don't really care at the moment. But what makes it even stranger is that it's not even this warm in the human world. So something must really be going on. Mocha is concerned about Mizore since the heat will harm a snow woman, hence why Mizore took the day off. Mocha says she doesn't mind the heat, however. That brings up another question. Why doesn't the sun harm or downright kill her or any other vampires in this series? Is she like a special breed of vampire that can go out in the sun with little to no trouble? Or are vampires not weak against the sun? I'm pretty sure that Meadow said that was one of their weaknesses in the Rosario Vampire 1. Yeah. Oh well, I'm sure it'll get explained later. Anyway, Mocha then says that summer is fun for having events, and Goonie agrees with her, using meeting Ruby as an example, which is what they did during the earlier chapters of Rosario Vampire 1. Then Scoonie and Mocha vowed to make new memories. And this time they tried to actually kiss instead of Mocha trying to sneak a bite on his neck. But Mizore interrupts it. Mizore, expert cock blocker. Mizore then invites the gang to her home for her 17th birthday. To her homeland. Mocha surprised by this and is rather elated since she thinks that Mizore is usually cold and distant towards people, and her action of doing this makes her think that they're actually starting to become friends. The gang is excited about going on a trip, courtesy of our good friend the bus driver, who is using the fourth dimension tunnel to get there faster, as he explains that the fourth dimension tunnel could practically take them anywhere. So just think of it as like instant transmission or whatnot, except a little bit slower since it's not instant. Uh, Ruby then explains that the the headmaster Mikogami was adjusting the barrier, hence why the heat uh, ruse at the school, and that'll probably be normal in a couple of days. Uh, and Kokoa is relieved to be going to Mizore's home, even going so far as to say thank God. So Kokoa is a Christian vampire. I got no problems with that. You're Christian all the way. Um, However, Kurumu is a bit curious about why Mizore decided to invite everyone instead of just Skune. Uh, and the newspaper club then arrive at Mizore's home, and it turns out to be a constant blizzard. Big shock. Mizore says her land is a perpetual winter. No. You think with a name like Snow Women, you probably thought you lived in. We thought you probably lived in Palm Beach or something. But she does say that the blizzard will ease up. Kurmus still thinks Mizore is being too nice and is scheming something. Uh, but before she can get to the bottom of it, Mizore shows everyone her home, which turns out to be a winter kingdom. I'm talking like something like you'd see something in Skyrim or Game of Thrones. Or no, be more accurate, something you'd see out of Narnia. That's rather impressive. And we'll head to the rest of that in Rosario Vampire 2 Chapter 10 review Part 2.